Belize beach living looks easy, until Sargassum, fuel costs, and flights change the math. Before you make a Belize decision based only on pretty beaches, golf carts, or somebody's vacation video, subscribe and join my email list. I'll leave the link in the description below. This past week, Belize gave us 3 stories that expats should not brush off. Sargassum is back in the conversation, fuel prices are still causing pressure, and Bermuda announced new Belize routes that could make it easier for some people to visit before they commit. Now, those may sound like 3 separate stories. They're not. They all point to the same lesson. Belize can still be a great move, but you need to understand how the dream functions after the vacation feeling wears off. The big one this week is Sargassum. Again, the government of Belize said increased regional Sargassum activity is affecting priority coastal areas, including Ambergris Caye, Caye Caulker, Same Bight, Hopkins, and Placencia. Those are not random places. Those are the exact areas many expats, retirees, Airbnb owners, and beach life dreamers are looking at. And this is where I get a little protective, because I've seen people fall in love with the idea of beachfront Belize without fully understanding what beachfront living can require. The beach is beautiful, but the beach is not maintenance-free. Sargassum can affect smell, swimming, guest experience, cleanup costs, rental reviews, and the way a property feels during certain parts of the year. That does not mean don't buy near the water. It means don't buy near the water with your eyes half closed. Placencia was specifically mentioned with cleanup equipment, including a beach rake and tractor, and there is also a $290,000 Belizean support grant tied to Sargassum response. That tells you 2 things. 1, Belize is taking the issue seriously. 2, the issue is serious enough that planning, equipment, grants, and coordination are needed. That's the part expats should pay attention to, not panic. Planning. If you're looking at a coastal property, ask better questions. How often does Sargassum hit this area? Who handles cleanup? Is it the village council, business owners, resorts, private owners, or everybody arguing about it after the smell starts? And does the property still rent well during bad Sargassum periods? Are you buying the beach dream, or are you also budgeting for the beach reality? And if you want help seeing Belize beyond the postcard version, join my email list. Now let's talk fuel. The Belize Chamber asked the government for short-term relief, because fuel prices affect more than just drivers. Fuel affects groceries, tours, construction, shipping, commuting, business operations, and the real cost of living. That matters for expats because a lot of people budget for Belize like transportation is a side note. It's not. Even if you don't own a vehicle, fuel can still show up in your life through taxi fares, delivery costs, food prices, building materials, boat trips, tours, and services. Belize can still be affordable compared to many places, but only if your budget includes transport inflation. That's the adult part of planning that people sometimes skip. They'll ask, can I live in Belize on this amount? Fair question. But the better question is, can I live in Belize on this amount if fuel, groceries, insurance, maintenance, and travel days cost more than I expected? That question will save you some stress. And then we have Bermuda Air. This is good news, but I wouldn't overhype it. New routes tied to places like Boston, Raleigh-Durham, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando Sanford, and St. Pete Clearwater/Tampa Bay could make Belize easier to test before committing. That matters. Because the best Belize decision usually comes after multiple visits, not one emotional trip where everything looks perfect because you're relaxed, sunburned, and eating Fry Jacks. More flights can help people scout better. Come once during the nice season. Come again during the hot, wet, buggy, or messy season. Spend time in the area you're actually considering. Price groceries. Talk to locals, ride the roads, ask about healthcare, ask about internet, ask about Sargassum, ask what happens when fuel prices jump. That's not being negative, that's respecting the move. The main takeaway this week is simple. Belize is still attractive, but the smart expat is not just buying beauty. The smart expat is studying systems, beach maintenance, transportation costs, flight access, community response, daily living. That is how you protect yourself from choosing a place that looks perfect for 10 days but feels expensive, inconvenient, or frustrating after 6 months. Belize has a lot to offer, but it rewards people who come prepared. So before you buy the beach dream, understand the maintenance risk. Before you build the budget, include fuel pressure, and before you move, use these new travel options to test Belize properly. Subscribe, join my email list, and share this with someone who is thinking about Belize so they can make a smarter decision too. Like this video if this helped, and I'll see you in the next one.